We had Bulaga. We had Anthony Davis. We could have gotten Dan Williams. Why did we pick Spiller? Who's Torell Troup? A defensive end. Like, we need that. Marcus Easley, wide receiver, Connecticut. Yay. Finally, we pick an offensive tackle. Another defensive end. We picked another defensive end. Levi Brown, quarterback, Troy. About time. Kyle Callaway, offensive tackle. Hey, at least it's a need.
Hi, and welcome to Buffalo Bills pregame show, the draft review show. Ooh. I'm Sean, this is Nakia, and this is Jared. Welcome. Alright, the Bills' first pick. Obviously, you know CJ Spiller. It's kind of a controversy. I know you guys on the web kind of attacked my producer here for saying something against that. Now, you can't tell me that you guys expected him to pick running back. Now, granted, he's an amazing player, but we had needs that we didn't address. So what do you think about CJ Spiller, Kia?
Like I said, I agree with you. He's probably a really, really good running back. But when you have Marshawn Lynch and Fred Jackson, spending a first-round pick on a running back to me wasn't the smartest decision. If you have O-linemen out there, then those are probably the best needs. You can't run if you don't have a line, so get them first.
Exactly.
You got two good running backs. You don't need another one. So that I think somebody's on their way out the door.
Yeah, and when CJ Spiller got drafted, we were mentioning this, that in my opinion, he didn't look very excited. And then he was at the Sabres game on his cell phone. I mean, I guess he doesn't like hockey, and I can't expect him to like hockey that much. But so CJ Spiller he's a great player, but you got to attack her. What are your thoughts?
I mean, my thought. Well, I already put a whole 6-minute video up on my channel about CJ Spiller, so I'll just add one thing. We definitely need a lineman, but the one thing that we did with the first round that we haven't done in a long time is pick the best player at a position. Like if you go back to McKelvin, he was the second best corner, but we picked him first over Rogers Cromartie. Last year, Brian Aracco was still on the board. Yeah, we picked Maven. So it wasn't the right position, not at all, but at least we picked the best player.
Could be a Pro Bowl player years to come. They said they didn't want to be good now. That's what Buddy Nick said, but they're building, and that's kind of dismay of all the Bills fans because we want to see something good now because we're afraid of losing our team. But I mean, I guess if we can build now, it's good. All right, second pick, Torell Troup, probably beast of a player. I don't know a lot about him. Do you guys know much about him? No.
Well, I just know that he was a nose tackle. My first thought initially was, who's this guy? I've never heard of him before, never mentioned him at all. But then you and Justin actually both reminded me pretty quickly we needed a nose tackle. So at least we filled the need with that.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking the same thing. Long as it's a need and they're a decent player, which he seems to be, then I'm cool with it. With everybody else that was left on the board, it was good that they picked a position that they actually needed.
Yeah, definitely. Just to help with that 3-4 that we're starting. Okay, third pick, Alex Carrington, defensive end. Is that a need? No. And obviously, we had a lot more needs besides that. We're still on the board. McCoy, Clausen, all the offense. There's a bunch of offensive linemen still on the board at that point. So, what do you guys think?
I mean, it's like you just said. We had Colt McCoy was still on the board at the time. Bruce Campbell was still on the board, and yet, okay, why don't we go with some position we don't need and some guy we never heard of? It was like hit your head against the wall moment.
I wasn't actually in favor of picking a quarterback, so I'm glad they waited as long as they did. I wouldn't have been a fan of the whole Colt McCoy pick. If they would have taken him or Tim Tebow, that would have just drove me nuts. But I agree, we don't need another defensive end, so we'll see what happens.
What did you want them to pick?
I'm all for O-lineman. That's my whole thing.
I agree. I do agree. Like, I wish we would have picked a lineman at that point. I was like, okay, let's just do it.
I mean, I don't know where they're going to get these linemen, besides the fact that we already know the Bills don't pay a ton of money. So I don't know if they think they're going to find, maybe they can find a good undrafted player or find a good vet somewhere, but I'm all about the O-line.
All right, fourth pick, Marcus Easley, wide receiver. Not a need. Maybe he's a great player. Maybe he's not. What do you think?
I don't know much about him. Wide receiver, I think he's kind of small. He may be about 6'2"-ish, I think, with the little bit I did see about him. So I think if we're going to pick a wide receiver, we need a big guy. We have Hardy, who knows if he's going to play, and if he does play, if he's going to be any good. So, I mean, it's an okay thing if he works out, then that's really good.
What do you think about Easley?
Like you said, I think it's more of a depth pick. You know what I mean? Just maybe a third or fourth guy.
Maybe make the team. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we signed Chad Jackson in free agency. If I had to make a prediction, he'd probably be the second guy now. I don't know. I don't think they'll go with Hardy. Maybe Stevie Johnson. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Fifth pick, Ed Wang, first Chinese person ever drafted in the NFL. We mentioned that. We're talking about that, and I think it's pretty cool. First offensive tackle in this draft. We needed it higher ground, and we finally addressed it. I don't know what the Bills are thinking there. What do you think?
They finally got there. Hopefully, he's one of those diamond in the rough guys that you pick in the 5th or 6th round, and they turn out to be these great players. I'm hoping, that's what we get from him.
All right.
I mean, I've done some research. I've read some news.
Okay.
They've already said,
yeah,
that's right. And they've already said, in all seriousness, that this guy's not even going to start. They've already made that prediction. They said he still needs to work on his fundamentals, and he's pretty much brought in to be a backup lineman, which is disappointing because now.
Which means he'll probably play because all of our players are injured again.
Okay, possibly, but if Demetrius Bell doesn't get injured, that means Demetrius Bell will start, which is kind of like.
All right. 6th pick, Arthur Moats. What is it?
Moats.
Defensive end. Is he in need? No. What do you think?
Well, we picked two actually. We picked Moats and Batten or whatever. And they were both defensive ends. I was like, why are we picking defensive ends? This makes no sense. We haven't even addressed quarterback yet. But here's the thing. They can be linebackers from what I hear. So that's a good thing because we do need a little bit more linebackers.
Whoa. We don't need more linebackers.
More linebacker depth. What do you think? Okay,
I actually was going to say the same thing. If you're going to go with if you were going to pick some defensive guys, get a couple of linebackers. That was actually what I was sitting here thinking. If you're going to get some defensive guys, get a couple of linebackers. Our secondary is pretty decent. Like everybody else, they got to stay healthy. So that's pretty much our biggest thing on defense. We got decent players. They just are hurt.
Yeah, the last couple seasons has just killed us. All right, for the 7th pick in our draft, touchdown Levi Brown, QB.
He's been working on that for like 30 minutes.
No, I have not. Okay, is he in need? Yeah, no, I don't. You wrote yes, but I don't think he's in need. But what do you think?
Well, again, we need quarterback depth, so that's why I wrote down he was in need. But again, kind of like Ed Wang, is he going to start? No, he's not. I mean, there's no way they're going to throw him in over the other three. Which means it means probably either Edwards or Fitzpatrick. I don't see Brom starting.
No, Edwards is not going to start.
You don't think so?
No, I don't want him to start. What do you think of this quarterback?
I'm a little shaky on the whole quarterback thing. It's like we trade quarterbacks and running backs every single year. Nobody has ever probably started 2 full seasons. I mean, really, like since Jim Kelly, who's actually started like 2 full seasons and actually completed a season, on a consistent basis. Nobody hangs around and we change them all the time. So it's like, I don't know what they're thinking.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Our next show is probably going to be later for the pregame show for the Redskins.
Preseason game.
Preseason game, yeah.
And they're all excited in D.C. about McNabb. All my D.C. friends are having a ball with this.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for joining us. If you want to, you can leave a comment on our page what we should do to make this show more exciting, or just leave your general comments. That's always welcome. You can also consult our pick or our thoughts on the pick.
And you have 4 months to do it.
Yeah.